Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is Good Old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yeah.
And the quarterback is snowed under. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
And the Vols decide to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Looking for a block, it's Clemens. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
After that last completion, it's second down. Dropping back, it's Burns. Trying to get to it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Got it in the middle. It's Hoffman. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's Hell. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. He's got it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. It's a draw. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback. He wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
On the return, it's Clemens. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
Scanning the field, it's Burns. Throws for the tight end. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He's in open space downfield. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! Lining up for the PAT. smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. South Alabama is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Coyotes. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Motion from the offense. Hands it off. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Little touch pass to the receiver. Still running at the 35. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Helm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Vols send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Leaves it with the back. Running through contact. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Mayer. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Dropping back, it's Burns. It's complete. Touchdown, Michigan! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield, getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot, and we can make...
He tries to take the top off. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Comes out throwing on 1st down. On the run, still looking. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very avid. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Burns. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And offensively, I love running these track routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Quickly complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Cook. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Tosses to the quarterback. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that's the problem with the flea flicker, right? It takes time to develop, and you can tell they handed it off. They didn't really bite it too much and continue to rush the passer, get to the quarterback, and put a good lick on him, Jesse, as he's throwing the football.
Yeah, the offensive line is going to be kicking themselves when they watch this on film because they had a touchdown on that play. If they could have just given the quarterback another split second to throw.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Burns. He's going to take off. At the 45 on his way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the right. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. At the 20, he's got space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Looking to pass, it's Burns. Works the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
This offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. Wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of time you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Firing toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. And the Vols look to do some damage in the red zone. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about...
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Volunteers!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Paul, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, it's Burns. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Wolverines will punt this one away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He uncorks one deep. And that ball is picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the pass is intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Back to throw, it's held. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Fires downfield. Working on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some real pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Finds his big tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Going for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw. It's held. Trying to get behind the defense. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. On target over the middle. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Running to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Michigan. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Florida Atlantic. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking for a man. It's held. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. First down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. On first down, here comes this offense. Tosses it back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Uncorks one. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
Looking for a huge play. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Helm. He's not afraid to go deep. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They want to just keep throwing it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, first down. Power football with the run. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Defense in press coverage. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Line getting set on second down. He'll try the left side. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still